Hey, I'm Sarah Baraza. Welcome to Beyond the Classroom channel, where we raise ourselves as parents, educators, and the community at large so that we can raise our children. Remember that it takes a whole village, it takes a whole community to bring up a child. So, whoever you are, wherever you are, please feel free to subscribe to this channel so you can keep receiving all our parenting updates. Now, today I'm talking about raising emotionally intelligent children. Now, as parents, I would say it's a challenge for us to raise emotionally intelligent children, since I can say we didn't have emotionally intelligent parents, but they were doing what they could for us, what they knew best at that particular time. And so as we grew up, we were being told to, we were being beaten and we were being told to shut up and I should not see you open your mouth. And that is after you have been beaten, you're really feeling like you want to cry, but you're never allowed to cry. So what happens as grown-ups right now? You have a good friend, a friend who should not hide anything from you, but when they're going through the toughest moments of their lives, what do? They just shut. They are quiet. They don't talk to anyone. In fact, you're telling them, how comes you didn't call me? How comes you didn't tell me anything? It's because in our roughest moments, we have learned to just be quiet. And so I've got this little story about emotions from my son. So on this day, I've woken up very early, and you just know when someone has something new. My son, the previous day, had new blocks, and so he had made himself a very nice car using these blocks. So of course he has woken up early so that the games can start early in the morning. And so he wakes up, runs, he didn't even tell me good morning, runs to where he had kept his toy. When he reaches there, the toy is not there. What has happened to the toy? My house manager had woken up and in cleaning of the house, and so she dismantled the toy and put the pieces in the basket. And so my son looked at the basket and saw these pieces inside the basket, and he was so disappointed. Literally, I could feel how he was feeling, but I could not say anything. And then he just gets mad and he folds his arms and runs to the room and shuts the door. After 2 seconds, he comes out again. And I see my house manager is trying to, I am really sorry. For me, I'm just sitting there trying to observe. But then when he comes back, he gives me that eye contact and then sits down on the floor, really mad, looking down. So what was he trying to do when he was giving me that eye contact? It's like, Mommy, can you just try and be there for me? And so for parents, this is what I would say on that point. Anytime your child is, especially if they are below the age of 12, anytime they're disappointed or if they want to tell you anything or they feel like they need you, they will always give you that one chance. For my son, it was that eye contact. They always give you that chance to be the hero, to be there for them. So you always decide. If you don't notice it, just passes and goes like that. So once I see the eye contact, I stand up and I go and I just sit near him. And what I do is I hold his hands. Now remember, we can never be perfect parents. Even for myself, I try every single day and it is still challenging. So I go there, I hold his hands and he just starts crying. And he cries it all loud, and he cries it all loud, and he cries it, and he tells me, Mommy, I am really angry. I really wanted to play with that toy. And so I'm just listening. So parents, we can always just hold that safe space, even for our friends. Sometimes they do not need solutions. And she cried, and he cried, and he cried. And so I'm there, I'm holding on to this little space for my son. And then he tells me, you know what? The next time I make my toy, I think I will sleep with it. Just from him, the solution comes about. Most of us parents, we've gone through so much with our children that we actually just want to rescue them on the instant that we see those challenges. We don't want our children to go through challenges. We want to step in and rescue them as fast as possible. Sometimes it's good to let them struggle on their own, hold for them that safe space, and only help them when there is need for you to help or when there is need for you to advise. And so he finishes and says, I think I'll be sleeping with my toy. So he has his own solutions. And he just calms down slowly. So what am I trying to tell us as parents? For us to raise emotionally intelligent children, we've got to be emotionally intelligent ourselves. And it starts by just being calm. Anytime you see anything that is not going your way, breathe in, breathe out, be calm. Remember to always count your blessings and say, oh, I am lucky to have this child in front of me, to have a child that I can raise. God, give me the graces to do that. And as you speak to yourself, your child is seeing calmness, your child is seeing someone who is not overreactive, and you hold for them the little space. Let them come up with the solutions, and then later on, you can advise. I hope you keep tuning in, and please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.